Well, guys, sometimes the stars align and we do an extra episode of For What It's Nerd in a week. This is one of those weeks. Well, actually, this is not an episode of the podcast, but it is a special video. We have here Marvel United Spider-Geddon, which is another core box of the Marvel United game, which you guys know I've covered on the channel before. This was something I've been meaning to pick up for a while. And finally got around to getting it. I thought we'd unbox it on stream, on video today, sorry. Now, what is really exciting about this currently is that Marvel United is not the only United property anymore. We are also getting DC Superheroes United, which is currently being backed on GameFound if you're interested in getting into that. And as well as that, we just had another Marvel United box announced on top of the multiverse campaign coming soon as well. That's coming. That's already been done. That's coming to like physically soon. But Witching Hour, which is a add-on that features a villainous Scarlet Witch, a anti-hero Agatha Harkness, and some previously unobtainable outside of conventions versions of certain heroes like Hulk, Grey Hulk, and X-Force, Deadpool, etc. So I wanted to show you guys Spider-Geddon. Let's see if I've been sensible enough to... Nope. See, what a sensible person would have done is have got this prepared prior. I didn't, because I'm not sensible. So let's see if we can get... Oh, I've got it. I think I've got it. That's okay, that's great. So yeah, I thought I'd show you guys. It feels like a tradition at this point. Now, if you're wanting to look at other parts of the United property, we do have a lot of it on this channel. But the first ever unboxing for season 1, if you want to put it that way, or campaign 1, was done on Peralta's Place, and that is still there to view. So if you guys want to see the first season of Marvel United, check out Peralta's Place. Now, guys, let's get into this. This is quite a hefty box. There's quite a lot in it. I know that just from the back. But so this is, of course, a spider-themed box with a lot of spider-themed heroes and villains inside. So we have the guide, as we always do. Sorry, I forgot what it was called for a second there. Which updates with the new rules for this specific encounter, as well as the cardboard tokens. Now, if I remember correctly, if you had backed the exclusive Kickstarter for this, you will get plastic tokens of these, if I remember correctly. But if you didn't back during there, I think you're kind of left with the, not left with, but you will have obviously just the card ones. Now, again, this is a core box. So this is like your this is like totally separate to, this isn't an add-on box. This is like your season 1 box with the Avengers, your season 2 box with X-Men, or your kind of multiverse box which had certain characters in it. So as you can see, location cards, again, if I was sensible, I would have got them already. I didn't, so that's on me. You have our villains and heroes and villains in this. Now, what's really cool about this box is we have we have what would essentially work out as 8 heroes and 4 villains. So we have, let's go through the villains with the cards at the same time. We have Superior Spider-Man, which is this model right here. And what a good model it is, as you guys can see there. Quite a lot of detail on it. And just like these, obviously very delicate, but very nice model there for Superior Spider-Man. That is, of course, the Spider-Man where Dr. Octavius takes over the body of Spider-Man. We have Morlun, which is this one. Now, Morlun is interdimensional kind of villain, I believe, if I remember correctly. Again, really nice detailed mini. Very, very cool fire along the bottom, it looks like to me. And the cape, very, very dynamic pose there. That's Morlun. We have Spot, which of course, Spot has become a lot more popular of late thanks to the, I always forget the mix-up, Across the Spider-Verse movie. Love you, Spot. Spot was great in that movie. Very excited to see the sequel, and obviously they're capitalizing on the kind of Spider-Verse here, as you guys will continue to see. And then the last villain, and of course the other anti-hero for this, is Anti-Venom, probably the most fitting anti-hero. And very, very nice model. You can't even quite make out all the detail in like on the camera versus real life, but it's really, really nice. Very well done, especially the face. I don't know if you guys can see that so well. It's kind of picking it up, but yeah, very nice. Then we have our heroes. First off, we'll start with Spider-Man Noir, and phenomenal pose there. It really captures that that kind of like from the movie where you see Spider-Man Noir on the side of the building and it's like billowing and like, yeah, very, very. They've captured the fantasy of the character quite well there, I'd say. Then we have, I don't know who this is. One second. Is this? I am forgetting. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to that one. Here's Penny Parker, which is probably one of the bigger models. Well, it is the bigger model. Look at that. Phenomenal. Really well done. Look at all the detail there. And just like the pose, there's a lot of work to have got that right. You can tell. For sure. So that's really nice. Funnily enough, I've been playing Marvel Rivals, which just came out. Penny is also in that. So they're really trying to push, it seems at the moment, the Spider-Verse a little bit more than they have even in the past. Here is Ben Reilly. Scarlet Spider, I believe. Very nice. Again, probably one of the best sets of poses is when they do spider characters. They really know how to make them feel spider-like, even in mini form. Then we have Spider-Punk, which, I mean, as you can expect, very punkish, very cool. I love it. I love the style. There's a lot of detail in the actual speaker and the guitar there. And then we have Silk sitting on a gravestone. But like again, just like look at the pose. Like really gives across that like spider-like vibe. I think that's one of the things that Marvel United does so well. They really do capture those characters in such a interesting way with the chibi kind of form, right? Of course, we have our two decks of cards there as well. Now, this is something interesting and new with this. Well, I say this season. This is obviously separate to the season of Multiverse, but it was at the same point. And this is the equipment cards. So again, I haven't got them all open, sadly. I should have been more proactive in getting this video ready. But you know what I'm like. Sometimes I'm a disaster merchant. Yeah, so nice little equipment cards this time and battle plan cards, which were a new feature for campaign 3, and I'm very excited to see the rest of them when we get around to unboxing the new stuff for the bigger season. Now, I'm going to have to check the back. Oh no, I saw it on the side. Symbiote Spider-Man, this is. I should have guessed that. Symbiote Spider-Man. So, of course, that's even more popular since the new game just came out recently, which I really enjoyed, actually. I know some people didn't, but I did. That is the majority of... Was that in that one? Or it was in that one, right? Okay. That's the majority of this box, and I've got to be honest, guys, I think it's a really nice box. I think... the other boxes, what I think is interesting about this one is this is a lot more themed than the other boxes, the core boxes. Most of the other ones, I'm forgetting where they go now. Oh my gosh, this is bad. Okay, most of the core boxes have like quite a few different heroes in them. So like to have a box that's specifically dedicated to a character is quite interesting, actually. I really don't know which ones these went in again. It's kind of bad. I think I'm getting them. I think. That looks right, doesn't it? That looks right, guys, right? Right? Yeah, so that's essentially it for this. Of course, the cards are here. Some great art, as always, on these cards on both ends. And I'm very excited to get into those as well. naturally I won't be doing them here. Well, maybe we can. Can we get into these? Can we get into these? I think we can get into these, actually, guys. These might be easier. If I can get into them. Yeah, we've got into them. I feel kind of like a hack showing you only half a product. So, Spider-Punk, amazing art on these cards. Spider-Man Noir, again, really, really nice cards. Some really cool effects on these as well, from what I remember when I was looking through them on prior to, release. So there's Penny Parker. Then we have Symbiote Spider-Man, again, which has become very popular again since the game, but also, of course, from the Tobey Maguire movie, etc. as well. Silk. Again, just how many times can you say the art looked great? The art looks great, should I say? And then you've got some very interesting effects. Final Understanding. If this card is in your hand, you must play it. At the end of your turn, you're KO'd. You may remove Superior Spider-Man from the game. If you do, on your next turn, choose another Spider-Man hero and enter play in any location. So, some really dynamic mechanics there. Some different ways of playing, which can be benefit or benefit you or hinder you depending on what's happening in the game. But yeah, and then of course the Anti-Venom cards at the end there, which I'm actually really excited to see how Anti-Venom plays, because I find Anti-Venom to be even more fascinating to me than Venom. Now, some people might say, what do you mean? I just think it's very interesting that you have this character who is someone who can heal people, but like isn't the nest. Like, I think what's really interesting about Anti-Venom is that it's the diversion of the healer trope, right? Because typically people who can heal are seen as like clerical, or like they're given a certain outfit, a certain style of dress. You know, like if you're talking about MMOs, the clerics is what I was getting at, not clerical as in regards to an office job. You get the clerics, you get the paladins, you get the kind of holy vibe, but to have this thing that is essentially a symbiote, which generally is seen as uneasy things, and Anti-Venom, it keeps to that, right? Like, that's how Anti-Venom looks. That's a really small picture, that doesn't help, but you know what I mean. Anti-Venom is generally seen as quite a disturbing. I've missed something. Oh no, quite a disturbing character from a looks perspective. So yeah, I think I really like that they kind of that Anti-Venom is such a dissonant part of that trope. Am I getting this on, or is it not going to play ball? Am I getting this on, or is it not going to play ball? It's played ball, sort of. There we go. Right. There we go. Guys, thank you so much for watching, as always. There is a lot more Marvel United / United content to come, as always. It's a game that really got me into collecting board games, so it's one of my favorites. And yeah, more to come. Maybe we'll even start playing some board games on the channel again like we used to through Tabletop Sim. So keep an eye out for that, guys. Until then, this has been Marvel United Spider-Geddon. See you guys later. Bye, guys.